good. Good. All right. Okay, move over to that. Sure. All right. Yeah, that works. So this is a bit of a cozy stream. I don't really like advertise these streams too much, and I don't do them too often. So basically, I'll have one of the studio lights on. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing these glasses that my wife bought me. They're these orange. They're like blue light filtering. So I don't have to do like the blue light filter on the computer. I can do that in here and like look like Cyclops. So what am I working on today? I'm working on learning how and building a view component library. It's something that would be really helpful for me, like personally, and then also I like to, help bring this into like whoever I end up working with, probably my immediate workplace. But then like helping anybody else be able to do that is a added benefit. So in these like sort of cozy streams, they're mostly going to be just me chilling, hanging out, doing some code. Always feel free to ask any questions. Anybody who is here. I even allow questions in a morning. Also, I allow questions all the time. Let's see. But the first thing that I did, and I did already sort of like off stream, my first question was, what can I do for like auto bumping NPM versions? And I want to kind of get some documentation going about this. Oh, what? Okay. Question. What happened to the platformer? So I got to enough of a feature that like I felt that I got what I needed out of it. So I was able to create the like a very basic editor. I was able to like move around. I was able to complete it. I didn't like add in like anything else. I just sort of got to like get the bare MVP of what I needed, and then decided like, yeah, I don't think that GGEZ is the right tech choice for like going full in and like trying to make it like an actual like playable game with like full features. I think I should probably use a more fully featured game engine if I wanted to do that. And I think we're going to be doing that soon. Like in the next couple projects, we'll probably start leaning into that. Yeah, so that's what happened there. Is like I got to like that feature. I know I planned out like a huge thing with it, but then I realized like halfway in, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna start hating the project, and we don't want that. I still want it to be fun. This is like streaming is also anti-burnout for me. Like this type of creative coding. So like I don't want it to like become work. Okay, so what am I doing? Right, I want to open up. Did I lose it here? Oh, I think I lost my knowledge. Maybe I can open it. So I found like for some reason, GitKraken is the only one that can seem to push to this repository, which is, oh, I don't have it here. See if I can go find it. It's a sort of it's a GitHub wiki, and it's really strange because it's just a normal Git wiki. Like I should be able to like push to it through the command line, but like no matter what computer I'm on, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Only GitKraken seemed to be able to like just ignore whatever Git was yelling at. And I don't know if that's like protections that GitHub or like something else is like trying to put in place, or maybe I just don't have Git configured properly. Go ahead and ignore everything in there. and push. But so my idea, let's see, actually, instead of VS Code, let's open up Obsidian. No, that's OBS. Obsidian, there we go. Obsidian is just like something I saw it online, decided to check it out. Still don't know like how much I like it. It's a markdown editor that like includes some cool things. Not that. This thing includes like a graph view where everything is sort of like you can see how it all links together, which is actually, this is pretty nice because I can also put like colors for each of the nodes. But I don't know how like it's work to enforce it, but having the links together is pretty cool. And then I can go to each of them. Okay, so what I want to do is look up maybe like web dev. Create a new one. Dev, let's see. Oh, you know what? Probably not web dev. Let's rename this to node.js. There you go. Okay, so specifically with npm, I was researching a little bit about auto incrementing versions. So bumping versions. So it's not quite as easy as like, well, it's not quite like as auto, but there are some commands that we can do. So if I open up let's go into Ubuntu. Not right now. I mean, this is the slowest not update. Come on. There you go. Okay, using node 16. That's fine. I want to write. Let's go documents code, playgrounds. Let's do like npm bump. Oh, hey, stacking. You got off the grid for 12 hours, and that time I somehow went full hipster. Yeah, that's it. Wait. I think I can make it a little bit more hipster. Bear with me. This is gonna be a rough change, but I can go more hipster on you. All right. Wait, is this more hipster or is this just hacker? Quick, somebody get me an iPhone. Okay, so we're in npm bump. I want to do a npm init y. Okay, so what we have here is an npm, just like a standard package.json, and it has this version 100. You're confused and thirsty. Gotta hydrate. Absolutely. I'm drinking some evening chamomile tea here. No, but so seriously, these are blue light blocking glasses. Supposedly they help go to sleep a little bit in the evening and using computers. So that's where they come from. Okay, so we have this version 1.00, and if I want to bump this without like actually manually doing it by like opening up package.json and doing that myself. Oh, and also, let's get in it here. Okay. And let's add the package.json, git commit. Okay. So we can look at the git log and we see we have our initial commit. Okay, perfect. So I can do, I know most monitors do have it built in, but like the thing that annoys me is that I have two monitors here and they don't do it like the same way. And like there's way too many buttons to click to set that, to like reset it. Like I have to practically do it manually on these specific monitors. So I ended up just, it's easier. Plus also I can go back and forth between all my devices and the TV. So that's the reason. It's also a test. Like if I really don't like them over like after time, I'll probably end up stop using them, but we'll see. Okay, so we have this. If I want to bump the version, we can do npm version, and then I can do a patch, and then a -m, and then give it a message. So, and I can use a replacement, a text replacement in here. So our message can be bumping to that and to fix the thing. And it returns back the new version that we got. So it's now, if we package.json, that is now 101. And if we look at our git log, it actually did a git commit for us to do a 101 to fix the thing, which is actually really cool. I kind of like that. And then there's also I don't know if there's any more of these. I didn't see them in the documentation for npm, but we can do, if you choose to leave off the message, that's okay too. We can do patch, we can do minor, and the git log just has that, what it did. So like not, this might be like better to have like CI/CD bumped it or something like that. Then we can do major. Okay, and so like all the normal things that you would expect, and it seems to be pretty smart about it. And then there's pre-minor, pre-patch, pre-minor, and pre-major. So I'm gonna do pre-patch. And that just adds this -0 to let us know that it's like, it's a beta version, like don't use it. And I think I do this a few times. Yeah, it's like bumping this up, but it lets us know like, hey, there's a 0 in front of it to let us know it's the 301. And if I just do patch, it upgrades it to the latest version of this, which I thought is pretty cool. So that's what I want to document here. So it's not really auto bumping versions, but maybe bumping versions easily. And then this is patch, minor, major. And I might as well. I think I'm supposed to give one more line. Let's go find the documentation for that and I'll link it in there too. Nope, that's the wrong NPM. It's npmjs.com. Yeah, so here's all the documentation on it. We can do, we can do like a pre-ID to like give it like a, like anything else. I can't even tell what that is because of that thing. That's cool. And all sorts of other fun stuff. Okay, so there's that. Now, if I wanted to bump this off of the previous Git version, well, you know, I might be able to do this with a GitHub action. And I wonder if there's a GitHub action that does all this for me. Are those in a marketplace? Also, is dark mode available? No? Oh, okay. So no, it's not available in that screen. Just everywhere else. Cool. Let's see. Okay, 120 stars seems to be huge for GitHub Actions. I know. It's like interesting that they put this in here. It is one command. Does this oh, you know what this does? It also pushes the bumped npm version back into the repo. So it's two commands. It's a git, it's a npm run this, and then it pushes. But yeah, we could easily do that ourselves. I guess this also looks at the message of the previous git log, because I think we can do a git log just to find something and then like grep through it to see if it like has something like breaking change. Like that doesn't seem to be that hard to create a little shell script or a little command to like check that. Then run the appropriate command, and then it's really just like git push, get all that stuff. Heck, if I wanted to do that myself, what would I have to do? So if we want to git log, I want the most recent log and only the message. Okay, log size included a line in the output for each commit. Oh, no, that's the size, okay. I probably want no decorate. No decorate. Guess you don't want to be... Okay, you're over there, and we open up a new terminal window. The big thing about like Git is there's just like so many configuration options. Okay, pretty formats. Okay, we could try one line. What are you? Your options? Then where's pretty formats? Dash pretty, okay. Okay. Oh, I can only choose one of these. Oh, okay, then I can do format. Then I just want the message. Okay, we have the subject. That's probably good enough. Okay. Is it that? No. Is it no format? Okay, not that. Yeah, so wait, do I do format that without the pretty? Yes, actually just like that. Trout. Okay, so how am I getting this? Okay. There's like format string. It's like, okay, e.g. this would show something like this. I mean, it'd be nice if they showed me like the full command. So it's like git log. Is it no dash? I think I tried this. Invalid object name format. Yeah, okay. So if I do now, I do have it. I do have stuff in here. What I'm trying to do is just get this message. Just the message of the last one. Oh, is it not a subject? Maybe it's a body instead? No. I've just been trying different things. Also, hello, Danny. It doesn't like that. Wait a second. Do I have to escape you? No. Oh, wait. I have to escape you before that. Okay, you don't like that. Try something like email or something that we know exists to even check the command. Yeah, so like the pretty was working. Because if I do pretty, we get that. If we do pretty one line, it's pretty dash dash one line, we get this. So we know that something is happening here. So like, is it? So it's a good command. Now this isn't part of command, is it? This is format, and this section we're in here is pretty formats. Okay, so it's git log dash dash pretty equals. Let's try this. That is it. That's okay. Thank you, Danny. Okay, and if I want the last one, can see. If I want the first, like the most recent one, can I say like head? I don't know what I would request for like the specific, like the most recent commit. Maybe commit. God, there's so many of them. Oh, maybe we can do recent. Last. First. Let's go back to head. Okay, how about... I guess this is why one lines exist. Yeah, this is proving like harder than I thought it would be. But of course it's wait, show the changes during the last 2 weeks. Wait, is skipping actually in the man file? It's skipping like content, or is it the... Okay, the 3 dots are throwing me off here. Okay, I would love to be able to just use a man get to like figure that out, but I think we're just gonna use Google, and we're gonna look for let's see, get log head, like just like get log head. Okay, revision range. Git log options, revision range. Git log head. But did I just not have lowercase on it? Oh, I don't think I need this. Your man page did not have skipping. Okay, so just mine. Git log, what was it? Origin head. What was this? This was origin dot head. Oh, that's what I had. Okay. Then log head origin. Do I put this before the pretty? Oh, right. There's that revision selection. Maybe. Maybe there's a way for us to like, maybe there's a command for that. Oh, is it show head? It's not that. Okay. Show head that. Git log head origin master. Okay. Git log. Let's try stackings first. Git log head origin Faster. Oh, you know why? Because I don't think I have a get remote. No get remote on this one because it's just like a playground. So maybe that's my problem. But no, I should be able to get the log that's local. Okay, let's try yours, Danny. Git log. Head. 1. Okay, that gave me all the commits. Because like, if we just do a git log, that's them all. It gave me them all. Oh, 3 dots maybe. Okay. So if I pipe this through a grep like for the number 2. Okay, it found 2. And also we could use do I have rip grep on here? Oh, I don't. Let's do a cargo. Git log -1. Yeah, let's try that too. Log -1. Hey, that worked. Okay. Git log -1 also does it because if we do git log, that is the most recent. Okay, perfect. So git log -1, pretty, just the S for the subject, and then we can grep to, and then this is where we're gonna look for things like if it's a major. So let's do an npm version. Okay, so we're gonna do an npm version major, and then dash m. Let's see. Oh, wait. This is not gonna be that. This is gonna be something else. So let's touch readme d. Okay. Creating something amazing. Oh, and then probably like to make it right, we can just do major like that, something like that. Then I'm gonna do this git log. So grep to major, and that captures on this major. I know, only took 31 minutes to do a simple like thing with git. Wonderful. Then, so if we have that, we would probably want to do something like an if statement around this. It's like if this, then we would want to do a npm version major and bumping version 2, and that's going to be this. Oh, okay. Actually, do I not need the brackets? I might not need the brackets. Okay, so that worked. And then if I did, if I just run this again, it should not do it because major doesn't exist in there. Yeah, it did not. Okay, so if we wanted to like create a script to do this for us. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna first, I mean, I guess we might as well just create a script for this. Here, we'll use my totally not very good Vim, like no good Vim setup on this. We're gonna do a Vim. Actually, do I have NeoVim set up? Oh, I installed NeoVim, then I never set it up like properly. Okay, so mvim, and let's just do like version bump.sh. Oh wait, never mind. Can you read that? That dark blue on black, and that's probably hard to read. Make this a little bit bigger. Wait, can I make this? I can do like dark mode, right? What's the command in Vim to like make dark mode a thing? It is default Vim, yes. It's small. Let me try making it even bigger. Here we go. Nice and big. I should actually load up the preview so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Oh god, that is so hard to read. Okay. Ooh, whoa, don't do that. Okay. Vim, let's see. Dark theme, dark color scheme. No, just like there's a command to tell it that it's dark. Set background dark, that's what it is. Set background equals. There we go. Okay, so I'm a fan of actually going directly to bash on these scripts as opposed to just doing like a exe or like just bash. Instead of, yeah, like I know some people just go like exec, but I don't do that. I like to actually use bash just in case somebody takes over bash. If they do, we're screwed anyways, but yeah, I know it's tiny bit of security that was drilled into me from my sysadmin days. I'm a little bit more paranoid, I guess, than most people. Okay, so what's the first thing we want to do? We want to check the previous. We want to check the previous commit hash. Wait, macOS doesn't even ship with bash anymore? Really? I thought they still had it. They just were making you use ZSH by default. I thought, okay, we're using SH. What I'm doing is not going to matter that much. Okay, so we're going to do a do this git. So we have this here. What? Oh. What's the, there's a big inline. I want to do, so we're gonna get the first log. So if this type to grep, make sure you shell check it. I don't even have that installed. I'm not even running this in like VS Code in which I would install shell check. I'll probably just ignore this, ignore that. But like maybe not. It still has bash, but you need to use like 2.17 or something, which is 20 some years old. Well, that sounds exactly like Apple. It's like Apple and Red Hat. It's like those two. They work together to make sure that the oldest technologies are still alive and well. Okay, so if git log, this one, and we're gonna grep for, I guess like if it doesn't find one of these, it's gonna be that one. So we're gonna have minor. So minor. We probably want to grep for minor colon. Then, okay, so if that, oh my God, look at this tab size. Okay, hold on. Tab stop. Oh, it's indent, I think. No. Oh, it's set tab stop equals what do you want? 2 or 4? And universities and high schools. No, come on. Come on. Those are at least 40 years old. They still think that JavaScript is, you know, can only change colors. Let's do 2. Okay, so then, look at this. Okay, oh. How do I make the auto tab? That's so strange. Okay, so I do tab is 2. Auto tab. Auto indent. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Nope, wrong one. Okay. So if this, then what we want to do is we want to minor. I want to then do the npm version minor. I'm gonna give it a message of bumping version 2. Yes. Okay. And I guess we can do an else if. Oh no, it's elif, isn't it? Elif log 1 pretty to grep major. Then npm version major in version 2 s, and then else. Oh wait, no, I don't need the then here. It's just elif, right? Or is there a then in all these? I don't remember anymore. It's been so long. Okay, npm version patch. Java applets. I remember those. Okay, so we're gonna do this. It's gonna check the most recent one and then bump it according to what it's supposed to be. So if we exit this, we what is it? So here we have our version bump. Oh, that's a lovely permissions, 777. Oh, do I have a typo? Where's my typo? If that, then npm vertion. Okay. Then I want to probably not give it 777. That seems a bit excessive. But it doesn't really matter. Let's just run it. So we're gonna do version bump, and it should do the patch version. Oh, look. Turns out that we do need a then. Okay, never mind. So I was correct. Oh my gosh, that's only one. Then. Okay. Then okay, let's try it again. Version 301. Okay, that's great. I kind of feel that, well, like having it print out is not that big of a deal. I don't have to like redirect to like that can be its log. Okay, I won't worry about it. It'll be fine. So then if I do a let's see. Echo this to readme. And so we're gonna do minor. And in minor, we're gonna say creating the perfect readme. Okay, so I commit that, and they're gonna run this again. No, that's Vim. Minor, creating the perfect readme. Okay, so that goes to 3.1. If we do the same thing. So you're gonna be major. Major. Okay, so it finds it and runs it. So I'm gonna go back in here. So if I run the, oh, nice. Okay. There's a way for me to look at the preview, and I forgot how to. Oh, this is preview mode. Okay. So I'm in preview mode here. Oh, okay, this was it. So yeah, that looks nice. And so we can add this into anything we want to like do that. Now, if I also want to like push it back in, we're gonna want to do a git commit. So then after this, like we know we're committing, no matter what we're committing. So we're gonna have to do a git add package.json just to make sure we only add that one. I'm gonna do git commit bumping version. And I guess that would be it. We'd want some kind of like git push, I guess, at this point in time. I'm not exactly sure how this would work. Because I don't think GitHub Actions work as me. I think they're I would need like a token to do that. But okay, let's run this again. So if we do version bump, okay, so we got to 401. Oh, here it is. Bumping package version of 401. And so if I run it again, bumping. Yeah, okay, so it has committed that. Oh, Miss Stacking wants to know why I have fish swimming on my screen. That is, I guess they are fish. They're a flocking simulator. I have them like small above my head, but I have like this version running in the background. It's sort of like a little screensaver, but they're also like sort of fun to look at. Did I do something silly? Okay, no, I just did git commit -m bumping app version. Okay, so you're 402. You're not in there. This is bumping package version, but not app version, which is what I put in here. Yeah. That might be a bit much to like do in this script. So I bet I would want to maybe do a different GitHub action for committing back. So like we wouldn't use this because we could bump it ourselves, but like a git essentially push. Git commit push changes. Okay, 38 stars. 639 stars. Okay, yeah, so we can update the code, with a linter and all that stuff. Yeah, so this is just a push. All it does is the push, but I think that's fine. Okay. So that answers. Let's see. Oh. Okay, for There we go. So that answers that question. So how to commit it back. How to know what version of bump. Got that question done. All right, what's the demo that we should make? Probably a to-do list is like the first one that like comes to mind. It's like the one that everybody does. It helps me like determine what the list of components should be. So I'm just gonna say like a to-do list. And let's see. What is the current list of components that we should support? We'll figure that. Okay, that needs to be like a future one. I'm gonna say no is to-do list. Maybe for that one we can do something. Maybe something more. You need like a Reddit clone, maybe. Okay. What's the current list of components we should support? We'll have to figure that out as we build it. I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, so first up here, set up our component library. If I remember correctly, there is a CLI exactly for this. It's like view component library. Oh, starter. I think there's like a Now I know that the view CLI can work, but it won't do a lot of, like, it won't do more than like one, I think. And it doesn't have like roll up. Oh, so I want roll up to be involved. Does this have it? This is the official CLI documentation. Yeah, I can imagine getting that. The manifest is like the most important part. And I want to say, like, I had seen at one point in time a CLI project that did this. Do I have to like add roll up myself? I think I vaguely remember there was even better way. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, there's this package here. It's a very small number of downloads, but I guess theoretically wouldn't be used very often. I like rollup too, but like most things that I use, it just automatically comes in and uses it. Like ironically, I've never had to directly use rollup. Like just everything uses it behind the scenes. So we could use this. Could try it. Yeah, we can NPX it. So let's just do NPX view SFC roll up. And then, so I'm going to come down from npm bump down here, go into, sure, we'll do it in Brooks builds. Does this create a folder for it? I bet it does. If it doesn't, I'm going to be upset. Okay, so here's all this fun stuff. We're going to do a npx view. Oh, wait, I already have that. npx view sfc rollup init. Oh, interesting. It now asks before installing it. Okay, sure. So I tried Vue 3 and I'm a fan of Vue 3. I'm not a fan that like almost every packaging, like all the ecosystem is not there yet. Okay, so we're gonna do a library. What is the npm name of my library? We're gonna call this BB Lib. Well, we had a long day living without motor cars and electricity. Bonus points if you finish the song you're ahead. We are calling it early tonight. Catch me in the morning. Well, thank you so much for hanging out this evening. Have a good night. This is really like a view. So it's like a BB view library. Maybe I'll just call it BB view. We'll just do JavaScript right now. Sure. Okay, good. It did go into there. That was pretty fast. Yeah, I put just view in it instead of like the V. I guess I could do like BBV lib. Okay, so let's open up code. Oh no, wrong code. Don't want to do that. Wait, is this a Git? Not a Git repository. Okay, so I'm gonna do a Git init here. And I want you to open this up here. Wait, you're okay. There it goes. All right, so unstaged files, we have a whole bunch of these. So browser list, this is all fine. Babel config should be fine. Observe. Dev serve, I think these are fine. Actually, JSON, definitely okay. Source definitely okay. We've got some sample stuff. So we basically are commit. All right, so I suppose what we want to do is just immediately run this. Do npm run build to generate the redistributable versions. Okay, so npm run build. So I need cross env. Huh. I'm okay. Where is there? So this is closed. It was closed a couple of years ago. Oh wait, npm. Oh, it didn't run npm install. I'm so used to like the Vue CLI runs npm install, so I'm kind of used to that. I didn't even think. It makes obvious sense. It was really fast doing this. I guess we can do a dev too. I don't know what we see in dev. It might be interesting. Okay. Oh, great. 11 high. That's wonderful. Okay, so now if I do an npm run, let's do run dev first. Is it npm run serve? It is npm run serve. That feels like an error. Okay, syntax error for Babel. Cannot find module core.js package.json. Really? Do I need to go back to like long-term support? Although you claim to be running. 192.168. Okay, so. Oh, that's weird. Why are you running on that? Not localhost. It's still a private network, but kind of strange. I would expect it to be like 127.0.0.1 or 0.0.0. Failed to compile. Okay, so here's our problem. Can I find module core JS package of JSON require this entire stack? Let me try a different version of Node. Bit too big now? Okay, we'll go a little bit smaller. Let's try NVM. Oh, it's NVM LS version. I forget what it is to like list all the versions. Is it just no VM LS version? No. Okay, let's do install I don't think I can do LTS. Oh, it's LS remote. That's what it is. Every time I do this, it's like a trip down memory lane as I watch all of the Node versions. And then I look out for that IO JS. And then as it goes back. Okay. It's probably like maybe a little bit too much. It's been getting like longer and longer as the years go on. Okay, 14 is the most recent LTS. So we're gonna do, and that's the one I have version 14.17.0 installed. Okay, so we're gonna do nvm install 14. Okay, so let's also remove our package, no, our node modules, and also our package lock JSON. I'll do another npm install, but now with LTS version of Node. My favorite part about web dev stuff, installing the millions of Node packages that are necessary for everything. what feels crazy is that this is longer than most Rust compiles these days, like first compiles. And this doesn't even have to compile the stuff. It's just downloading and putting the files somewhere, which it's not great. Okay, there we go. Now let's try a npm run serve again. Oh, much better. Okay. So let's see, only on private network. Yeah. There we go. Localhost 8080. There we go. Okay, so here's our component library. And if I open you up, what do we got here? Sure. Oh, okay. Prettier extension will use index.js. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so export defaults. Oh, this is a weird order. Okay, so here's our template, and this is basically showing off the sample. So this is our sample. Don't worry about that. It's like click list one, and we have our data. So we have our lib components. Wait, so this is the component? bbview sample. Okay. Sure, I'll bite. So you're working. Okay. So we'll come here, we're gonna do npm build. Okay, so that creates a dist here. Here's all of these. It creates these SSR and ESM. And then I believe our package.json is main is going to that SSR. So then should be able to open up another window again. And we're gonna create our demo. Let's do npm use 14 and VM use 14. Okay, so we're using that, and then I think I need to install the npm CLI, or maybe we can do npx. Is it like? I forget it. So view CLI. Okay, so it's at view CLI. So npx at view slash CLI. And I think that's all I need to do. Will that work? Create a new project. Okay, so we want to do a... Oh, wait. Is this interactive? No, it's not. Great. Wait, are you really going to have to download everything again? Wait, no, in it. In it is generated project from a remote template. Okay, fine. You know what? Install G. We'll just install it normally. And then it's just view create. Okay, so I think it is create. Okay, so we're gonna do view create, and I want to call this to do using view using BB view. Okay, so let's just manually select our features. Okay, choose view version. We're gonna use Babel, not TypeScript. Sure, we want a router, and yes, we want Vuex. Sure, we'll do these things. 2. Yes. Let's do stand prettier. Let's do prettier. No, this is going to be the component library is this one here, and this is going to be consuming that component library. I have no, yeah. So it's going to be 2 projects working side by side. So I have this here. This is our component library. And so we have this is our basic component name. And then this is going to be our other one. Let's go into builds. To do using BB view, open up code. So basically we're gonna have both of these side by side. Of course it's not done yet. See, this one, like the Vue CLI actually does all the installs for me. It's nice. Have I heard about you? Yes, I have heard about you. I tried setting it up the other day and it didn't work for us. So I ended up giving up on it, but somebody did let me know that most likely the problem I had was an operating system problem where it wasn't like releasing the port. or doing something else, it basically just like worked once and then never worked again. So perhaps like a good reboot would solve the problem and make you work again. So I'm gonna worry about that later. But okay, so here we go with this. I should be able to npm run serve here. You should auto determine that somebody, oh no, I'm not using the thing. Okay, so here we have localhost 8080. So that's you. So hit refresh and we're now to this view app, which is this on the left is that view app. Okay. Now what I want to do is pull this component into here. So we're going to do source. And then what we want to do is install it. So I learned another cool trick that we can do here is I can do an npm install and give it a path to bb view like that. And it's just going to like do a local install of that npm package. Then we're going to run serve again. And so then here I want to for app okay, let's okay, so if we have our div app, save you. Okay, so nice and blank screen. I want to, let's first of all make this dark mode. It's late at night. Let's see. We want maybe body. And you're gonna be background color black. Okay. Then inside of here, let's pull in. So we need a script. Okay. Import something from. Okay, this is gonna be a BB view. I think it's just that. And then the name of this is, I think this. Okay, let me say, okay, components is this BBV sample. So I want to then pull this in. Is it this? View. I think it's actually just literally what it is. Failed to compile. No, oh, no ESLint configuration. Well, didn't I tell you to do? Wait, no ESLint configuration in BB view dist. Oh. Why do you need one in there? Hey, Chad. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Cheddar. Am I wearing a jacket? I'm in a basement. It's cold down here. It's been cold down here all day. I wish I had a thermometer down here. It's like at least 20 degrees cooler than like upstairs. Which is pretty crazy. Although it doesn't get like freezing in the winter. I think there's a way for me to tell it to ignore this, right? Or I can... Oh, this is just because I did the local install, isn't it? It's just because I did a local install. So let's go ahead and we'll just be nice to this. I want to you up. We're gonna do a go to dist. We're gonna do a npx ESLint init here. Something went wrong. Oh, is it dash init? It is. Okay. So here, just check syntax. Sure, whatever. View, no, node, JavaScript. I don't really care. Okay, so I do need to install. Okay, just to check syntax. We're gonna do import export. View. No. Wait. I can't unselect. Or invert. Well, that okay. Sure. Go ahead and install them. Yes, because this error here is telling me that it needs a ESLint configuration in the dist folder. I wonder if like doing a... Okay. Oh, wait. Could have used that. Okay. Run this again. It's trying to do it because I'm doing this like local npm install. Maybe this is a problem with that. Okay, so error. Really? ESLint RC JS environment key ES 2021 is unknown as array for each. May use special comments to say. Really? Why does this always make it so hard? Okay, I want to do this. So in here, can I just do that? Rebuild. Wait, which one am I doing? Rebuild you. Okay, npm run build, which will probably kill whatever files I have in there. Okay, so I have to be back in here. Actually, I don't know if I have to be back in there. It might work from the package.json file, but okay. So dist. Okay, so it just recreated those two. So then in here, One problem. Okay. Invalid ECMA version. In esm.js. Dist view esm.js. Oh, really? Okay. So dist ESLint disable is in here. ECMA version 11. Wait, what's mine? It's like if we go to the other project. True, env, true. Parser options. You don't even have one. Okay, cool. Send back to here. Hit refresh. View.component is not a function. Okay. So an app.view line 5. An app.view line. Okay, cool. So you are not happy with this. So let's try sample. Oh, do I have a git ignore? I do have a git ignore. Yeah. And node modules is in that list. But I don't know why it's like okay, so sample, you're not liking this. View component is not a function. Let me try something. See in here, let's okay, default as BBView sample from. Oh, is it from this like slash sample? No, definitely not. Okay, so in our index.js, we export default as this from BBView sample view. Export defaults. Name is that. We have our data and all this stuff. That gets built by, okay, we could try rebuilding it again just in case. But we just did. We just ran build. Do I need to do the install again? Oh, the dependency was not found. Oh, wait, no, okay. Try installing that again. I don't think we need to install it every single time. I should actually check to see what that looks like in. Let's go to node modules. And for BB, oh my gosh. Okay, look at this. It's a symlink. So this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. So npm run serve. And then in here, I want you, no, not there. Here. Don't do that. That was not correct. Once again with this thing, ES 2021 is unknown. Oh, is it recreating this? Is there an npm package called bbview? Yeah, it's this other one I created right here. So I did an npm install for like locally to this other directory. So here is on the right what I've npm installed. And it keeps on doing this. No, okay, it didn't. This is fine now. Why are you so upset with me? What if I just... Okay, so no configuration, but I kind of want to do that. I think there's a way in my, so this is ESLint, right? ESLint. Oh, wrong. This one. ESLint. There's a way to ignore, right? I guess it was JS. Ignore path. Okay, ignore patterns. Oh, it's at the root. Okay, so it's ignore patterns. There it is. What? Okay. Then you're gonna be just an array. Okay, we're gonna say ignore node modules. Star star dot like JS. Oh, come on. Ignore that. Okay, do I have to tell you to like literally ignore all of this? Slash star. No. Okay. And ESLint. The thing that's strange to me is if we look in here, we can open up node modules And where is it? Oh, it's not in here. Where is it then? I could swear we saw it. Hold on. ls modules. Yeah, look at this. So here's BBView, and it's a symlink to BBView like this. Package of JSON. Let's take a look at it. Package of JSON. Here's BBView, and it's the file to go to there. I guess this is not happy with that. Maybe we should use like a link, like npm link, as opposed to the other one. Yeah, okay. Here, let's remove you from here. We'll remove node modules, BBView. Do you still exist? No, it's gone. Okay. So then, if I remember correctly how to use it, it's a nvm link here, or not. Oh, npm link here. And then over here, we're gonna do npm link BBView. Okay, there we go. So put that in there. Now, if we look inside of here, package of JSON is not, doesn't have anything in it. That's interesting. But if we look at LL node modules, here's BBView. Okay, so it's a much different way to get there. Okay. Now npm run serve. Oh, Trout. So this shouldn't be running into the problem because I'm using Ubuntu on Windows. I'm using WSL. So I'm able to use like actual real symlinks. But like, okay, so no, okay, what the heck? No ESLint config, npm link local. Oh, that wasn't a WSL? That's weird. Okay, Webpack is ESLint. Oh, it's Webpack? Okay. Wait, so this is suggesting maybe it's a Webpack config and not the other one. So if we go into our Webpack config, where is that? Do I have a Webpack config? I have a Babel config. That's not the same thing. ESLint config. There's no Webpack config stuff in here. Okay, so maybe this isn't it. ESLint ignore does not work with symlinked dependencies. ESLint ignore. I don't even have one of those. Maybe I need one. Dot. Yes. Wait, is it a dot file? No. ESLint ignore JS. I don't even know what I need in here. Oh, maybe it is a dot. Okay, hold on. Mu just do that. And then if I just do ** slash dist slash star. Hey, compiled. Okay, where the heck is my, here's my to-do app. All right, we're back to here of nothing working. So cool. Now we wanted to come into our app. So we're trying to load up this thing and figure this out. So we have this coming in here. I'm trying to rename it to sample. I don't think that it's this. Yeah. Cannot read config .eslint.jn. What? Wait, what? Failed reference error. Cannot read config .eslint rc.js. IGN is not defined. Oh, ignore patterns. Let's get rid of that. Oh my gosh. Oh, line 9. Hold on, I didn't turn this on. Let's turn this on. Line 9. Oh, IGN. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Okay, let's try this again. Hey, cool. All right, we're back here. So view component is not a function. So this isn't working. What we want to do is come over here and have like a super simple component here and have it work. So what I think that I see from these components is we have lib components. We have this index in dist. uncomment import and local components. If the library is not registered globally. I don't want it to be registered globally. Oh, but this one is. This one is registering this globally. I don't want to have to do a view use in mine. I want to pull it in individually. So it's export default as view sample entry. Okay, so I think we need to come back to here and like figure out what we're that one. Okay, we did an npm run build. I mean, this seems like it would be nice, but it's not actually showing me. Let's see. So we have this entry, export default as view sample.view. Okay, so this is all fine. Oh, maybe you have to be like BBView. No, this should be fine. This should be fine. BBView sample from this, and that's re-exported out. It's like that's the theory that I should be able to do that. Now, what if I created like a new one in here? So new file, and we'll do just like maybe hello.view. We'll do a nice template, and we'll just do a h1 hello world. Okay, so the simplest possible export here. Export from this. Export default as hello from hello view. Yes, I could try that too. Send you. We want to run build on you. Back to you. Okay, so let's try hello. Components is hello. Let's try console.log. Hello. Then you will be hello. Back to you. Okay. So here's our console log. Install BBView. Install. Huh. I don't want to have to use a view use. Okay, so if I don't use a view use, what do I have to do? I think it like talked about it in here somewhere. It's like in dev, uncommon import and a local so import BBView sample from entry ESM. So I just have to take it from entry ESM. Import. My entry file. Here's, oh, entry ESM. Okay, so it's going to export star from lib components index. Huh, install. Create module definition for view.use. Oh, so export default install, but I want to like export other things. So it's getting the default. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so back to here. We're gonna export, gonna import this thing. Well, I guess like we already got it. Like we figured it out. Woo, it only took us like 3 hours to do. But okay, so that's how to, oh my gosh. Remember kids, when importing non-default, don't forget to dereference. No, okay, bad. All right, so that works. This works. So at this point in time, we could start to actually write like a view component library. So if I wanted to create like a title component, I have to get ready for bed pretty soon. But before I do that, if I wanted to make a title component, I would come in here. And I can get rid of you. We can get rid of you, hello. And instead, we're gonna create a new file and we're gonna do title. Like, maybe like main title. Oh no, we'll just have title and it'll be like title.view in this index. You know, I wish there was a way for me to like auto generate this index. That would be really nice. So you're gonna be title. Title. You're gone. So let's say we do template here. We'll just say that you're an H. Oh, so here where I want to, depending upon if it's like a subtitle or not, so let's do like a script. We'll have props coming in. So props will be like, this could be like a subtitle. Okay, so like main title is like default maybe, but if we have a subtitle, it's like maybe we're a subtitle. So we can do main. You're a Boolean. Then I want to do, maybe this is not going to be like an H1. We're just going to do like a section. We're going to need a class in here. Do something like class equals calculates title. Like, I guess level. Maybe we'll do sub is a Boolean. Let's do a computed property. For computed property, we're going to have a level function in here. And we're going to return. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. We're going to return whatever we like. If it's a like, we'll do main. It'll be like a main class or like a subclass. So we'll return. To make this not be an if statement, let's do a data here. Now, I've never understood why like these other ones get that, but data has to be this return. Like, I feel like this is the odd one out. But okay, we can do this will be our classes. It's gonna be an object here, and so we have main is going to be main, sub is going to be sub. It's sort of used as an enum. So return this dot classes instead of this, we could, I don't know how to get around this. I don't know if I'm going to do it like as cleverly as I was hoping to. I was hoping to get away from like an if statement, but I may still have to have an if statement, or just write our props out better. We can still have this in here and like change it here in data. So we'll have like this dot classes. So let's do return this dot sub mark. So if it's true that we're doing sub, we're going to return this dot classes dot sub. Otherwise, this dot classes dot main. So return that. That becomes this class, and then we can do a style. I'm a huge fan of scoped for everything, so we can just do section. Like heck, I don't even have to do section. We'll just do dot main is let's see, font size. Maybe like, I don't know. Let's do 3 rem dot sub. Do font size of maybe like 1.5. Then we build it. Come back to over here. And then we'll do, okay, so we have this. It's no longer going to be hello. We're going to replace hello with title. We also need to do something in here called a, oh, what is it called? It's a slot, I think. Put the slot in here. So rebuild it again. Do a title. Close the title, and we can just say view to do. For this title, we can give this a title class. Title, and we'll do color is white. And here's our view to do. And if I want this to be smaller, I will pass in, we have this title, and we'll just pass in sub, and it becomes the small version. So that's the power of the component library now, is that I can control this in all the apps. If I want a consistent title, it gets changed here, and I don't use like H1s or H2s. I just constantly use these things, and it becomes sort of like a visual language, like a design language, which can be consistent across everything I build, which is an argument for using Vue. I know that Vue I can create. This isn't a title component. This is a jumbotron. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of cool things you can do with components and component libraries. If I learn a little bit more about it, I can use Vue to create web components, and then I can use them literally everywhere and not just in Vue projects. But I'm going to do that next time. It is 8:58. I'm going to go ahead and basically head on, start getting ready for bed, and wake up early because I've got my stream tomorrow morning where we're going to do more game dev type stuff. So with that, thank you everybody for hanging out while I just sort of play around with all of this. So these afternoon streams, I haven't really been doing them recently. I might, like, I don't know, I don't think I can like have any schedule for it. It's just gonna be like, hey, whenever I work on, have time to work on something, I'll be here. And also guaranteed I'm not working on like any specific project. I might just be dinking around with random stuff. So not always gonna be this in the afternoon slot either. I might be playing games too. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Have a great night. Bye.